Hello everyone, I'm Heather from Heather Travels and I'm back with my daughter Megan today.
Hi.
And we are here to tell you about her swamp tour that she took when she went on her New Orleans trip in February 2019. And I'm going to put a link to the actual, I can't remember the name of it right now. Do you remember the name of the place?
Cajun Encounters.
Cajun Encounters. And it was about 45 minutes kind of east-northeast. And I will put a map in right here for you to see where it was. And I'm going to put all the pictures of the swamp tour at the end of the video. So we're going to talk about it, and then I'll put the pictures at the end. So this was one of the excursions, if you will, that Megan's group went on. About half the group went at a time, right? So,
yep.
Okay. But then you were in boats?
Yeah.
And how many people were in a boat?
I'd say maybe 20 people to one boat, but we had a good 4 to 6 boats.
That went out at once? And did they kind of stick together?
No, we all spread out.
Okay, so before we get into that too much, so I'll put a link in the description below to Cajun Encounters so you can look at their website. I did notice when I looked up swamp tours in the New Orleans area, there's more than that one.
There were a lot that we passed too.
Okay, so but this is the particular one that they went on. And so Megan, tell us when you got there and what happened and what'd you do?
Okay, when we got there, it was actually a very nice building sort of thing, open walls, but there were bathrooms, little very nice bathrooms actually. It was sort of like a restaurant bathroom actually, but smaller, and it single stalled. And then it was dirt road, not paved or rock or anything. And one thing we noticed right away were there were a lot of semi-wild cats.
Yeah, you took a bunch of pictures of cats, and I'm like, what's with all the cats?
There were a lot of cats running free around, but they had set up, it was the most adorable thing. They had little, okay, so we got there and right away, I'm pretty sure there was a little parking lot off to the side. Then the bathroom thing was right in front of us, and then there was just an open pavilion building over to the left. The pavilion building had this cool gator statue in it, and next to the gator statue were all the life jackets. So first we went to the bathroom, and then we had to go and get all our life jackets. There was a big rack with all of them on it, and we just picked one, and then we had to find the guide person to get our wristbands. And the wristbands were different colors based on what boat we were in. I was in the purple boat.
Were there different sizes of life jackets?
Yeah, there were.
Could children go on this?
Oh yeah, there were
tour?
tiny baby life jackets.
Oh, wow, okay.
And then after we got our wristbands, we actually went under a bridge under the road, and then it was a very swampy little dock area, and we went on the dock and we got in the boat. There were 3 boat docking sections there. We got in the boat. It was a very nice boat, low, close to the water. I think that was on purpose so that we
could see things better.
And it had a canopy over it, so that was nice.
So even if didn't it rain a little bit that day?
I don't know because we were under a canopy.
But if it did, you wouldn't have gotten wet.
Yeah, right.
And it shaded you from the sun.
Well, we got wet anyway because splashing from the boat, which I'll tell you about in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so the actual tour where we went was pretty far from the dock. We started and then ended at the dock. We went into a more swampy area that was I gathered it was a circle, like a loop.
Oh, okay.
One of the boats went one way, and then we went the other way. And this area...
Did you pass them eventually?
Yeah.
Okay.
This area was just a bunch of weed and algae on the water. And we actually went into this little bay and poked around, specifically looking for alligators for maybe 10 minutes.
Did you find any?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I've got pictures of those. And then he was telling us all about the alligators and, like, population sizes and stuff and how people trap them. And then we had to get away from the little bay area, so we went super duper fast. And this is where we got splashed.
Oh.
The wind whipped at our faces, our hair got all messed up. It was really fun though, and surprising. He didn't tell us he was going to do that. So we went super fast, and we got to the main part, I guess. And we basically just talked about different things in the swamp, history. We went around, and then after...
The guide driving the boat was also, like, narrating?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the tour guide.
Okay.
We took a little tiny path. It was beautiful. I'm sure it would be, like if they had changing seasons down there, like we did up here in Wisconsin, it would be gorgeous in the fall.
Okay.
It was low-hanging branches, cypress trees though, flowers on either side of the riverbeds. And we talked, I feel like you could have a wedding there. It was so beautiful. I didn't get many good pictures of that though because the sun was going down, I think, or it was cloudy. The lighting was bad. But then we got into a very tree-filled area, and in the tree-filled area, there was like actual patches of land, and on one of those patches of land, we saw wild boars, wild hogs, and raccoons. And while the guy was throwing, like, not sausages, oh my gosh, don't feed the pig sausages.
Actually, pigs will eat anything.
Oh, well, I don't know, he had some sort of treat for the pig, and he was throwing the treat to the pig, but the raccoon was coming to get it.
Oh, no.
So the pig never actually came out of its hiding place.
Okay. Because it didn't want to go by the raccoon?
Right.
Huh.
Or it didn't want to come by us, which is odd because one of our teachers posted a picture in the Facebook group of him right there with the wild hog.
Yeah, I saw that. Like coming up out of the water.
Yeah, it was right over the side of the boat.
Okay.
So that was cool.
Did you see any other interesting So you saw alligators, you saw wild boars, you saw raccoons, you saw the cats at the beginning.
Oh, no, we did. We saw a lot of herons and these small silvery blue birds that sort of look like mini herons but darker color.
Standing in the water?
Yeah.
Not swimming?
No.
Okay.
They're like...
Did he tell you what they were?
No, he didn't tell us about the birds. He told us...
snakes?
No, we did not see any snakes, thankfully. I would probably have freaked out if I saw a snake. The gators were totally chill. They didn't move at all.
Okay.
So that was
How big were they?
Pretty small, actually.
Okay.
Probably not bigger than me.
Okay. How long was the tour in total?
Good 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. And was the guide entertaining and interesting?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And what was your favorite thing about it?
Honestly, probably poking around for gators.
Okay.
And then that pretty area I was talking about.
Was there an issue with mosquitoes?
No mosquitoes whatsoever.
Oh.
There was one extremely freaky bug that was sort of sitting on the side of the boat, but it fell off eventually. So the chaperone, my friend Shane was sitting on the left side of me, and a chaperone was sitting on the right side of me, and Shane and I kept begging the chaperone, please go hit it with a shoe or something, so it went away, but she's like, but then what if it flies up at us? And I'm like,
You didn't know what it was?
No, but it was scary.
Some kind of bug you've never seen before.
Yeah. Very big, long, maybe some sort of cricket or grasshopper.
Was there anything about the swamp tour that you didn't like?
I don't think so.
Who would you most recommend do something like this? Who would enjoy it the most?
There were we saw a couple, regular tour boats, like not student ones. And I saw a lot of young couples
Oh.
and elderly folk on
Oh.
the boats. So
Everybody seems to like it.
everybody, yeah.
And you
I
don't,
didn't see any other kids though, no little kids.
well, it was a weekday.
Oh,
They were probably at
probably
school.
at school.
And again, we don't know the individual prices of what it would cost you to go on the swamp tour, but as I said, I'll put a link in the description below so that you can look at their website if that's something that you're interested in doing. Is there any last minute things you want to add about swamp tour?
I don't think so.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us today for this video about the Cajun Encounter Swamp Tour in Louisiana. And we will catch you next time for the next video. We're going to talk about the National World War II Museum in New Orleans in our next video. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for joining us. Safe travels.